Episode 7 opens up with Woori returning the ring to Kang Jae after breaking up with him. It is heartbreaking to see how they end up after 2 years of dating. Woori looks gloomy and loses appetite. For this, Raphael, thinking this might affect the baby, tries different approaches to divert Woori's loneliness, but he fails. On the other hand, Kang Jae, feeling devastated, focuses himself to work. He works endlessly, so his co-workers become worried. They give him advice to talk to Woori and settles their misunderstanding. The next morning, Kang Jae visits Woori, but she has no intention to change her previous decision. After their conversation, she faints and they rush her to the hospital. The doctor advises them to let Woori stay away from stressors, if not she might have a miscarriage. Kang Jae sadly leaves them, thinking he's one of those who gives Woori a hard time. Raphael books Woori to a yoga exercise, for this relaxes the mind and a good program for the baby. To their surprise, the program is a couple yoga class. They awkwardly follow the trainer's instruction and eventually decide to stop and just do it next time. Raphael apologizes to Woori for the mistakenly booking. Kang Jae returns to the hospital after having a lead to their investigation but ends up messing with the chairman's cherished plant. Doc Bae becomes infuriated after seeing his precious plant gets damaged. Choi Sung-il wants to file a lawsuit against the doctor who accidentally inseminated Woori. During their second meeting, Woori's party decides for a settlement after the doctor's sincere apology. Rather than calling it a mistake and disaster, Woori and Raphael now consider the incident a grateful thing and the baby is a precious gift. Woori overhears Raphael and the chairman's argument about the divorce. She insists not to give the baby unless Raphael divorces Mari. She can't trust Mari for being the mother of her child. She also mentions to trust and believe in his son's decision. By this, Raphael is touched and sees the goodness of Woori's heart. Kang Jae waits Woori on her way home. With a heavy heart, he bids farewell and wishes her happiness. The two immerse themselves in their work while moving on. Meanwhile, Raphael eats alone looking at his baby's sonogram and goes straight to his bed. He dreams of himself kissing Woori and suddenly, he wakes up in great shock and then wiggles and waggles to his bed. In the hospital, Raphael recalls about his unexpected dream upon seeing Woori and hilariously hides from her. Mari, who keeps her grudge to Woori, tries to embarrass her in front of their workmates. Raphael arrives and ends the meeting. Raphael's heart now starts to waver for Woori. He almost kisses her after saving her from a motorcycle accident and they awkwardly part ways after that incident. Raphael is still surprised for what he acted to Woori and confesses to his child's sonogram, which he calls a gummy bear. After his wild dream, he keeps on getting butterflies whenever he sees her mother. Woori on the other hand wakes up after dreaming the exact same scene with Raphael. She is bewildered and tries to shake it off from her head. Woori receives an award for making a sacred decision and bravely protecting her baby's life. A commotion happens in front of the church. Woori is believed to make miracles and brings a good fortune once someone touches and hugs her. People gush to Woori, which makes her lose her balance. Luckily, Raphael arrives and catches her from falling. Woori gazes Raphael affectionately while remembering her dream. She appears to start feeling butterflies too. Raphael becomes emotional and dramatic after hearing their baby's heartbeat. He continues to be in tears after the appointment and Woori pats her in the back while admiringly looks at him. Doc Bae requests for Woori's presence at his residence to discuss about his grandchild's future. Woori stands firm about her decision not to let Mari be the mother of her child and supports Raphael and Mari's separation. The chairman chooses his grandchild over Mari and finally permits the couple to undergo divorce. Mari is frustrated after her father-in-law's decision, making her infuriated to Woori even more. Kang Jae, being misinterpreted by his colleagues, continues with his investigation in the hospital and finds a secret hideout of a suspected criminal. Raphael comes and sees the hideaway and offers full cooperation to Kang Jae's in-depth investigation about this matter. The news about Woori reaches Mari, and she tips it to a troll vlogger to mess up with Woori. BJ Biko, initiates disturbance to Woori and her family by streaming about Woori's so-called miracle. People start to camp out and create ruckus outside Woori's house. In the end, Woori is able to divert people's attention to BJ Biko's wrongdoings and clears the misconception about her. Raphael gives Woori a drive and makes a stopover to a place to watch the beautiful sunset. Raphael attempts to confess his feeling, but opts not to spill it. They look at each other dearly and Woori utters, "Is this a dream?" And she draws her face towards Raphael and eventually kisses him just like what exactly happened in their dreams. 6 episodes more to go until this drama ends and I can't wait to see their romantic moments together. I hope the writers will give us more heart-fluttering scenes in the next episodes, but as the preview suggests, Mari and her mother is plotting some evil act against Woori. What do you think of this week's episodes? Share your thoughts and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.